the SoFi and this firm and Upstart, where did this come from? Like, who was pumping this out? Are these Cathie Wood pumps? Because there are all these fraudsters on YouTube pump this trash. They're still pumping it. Yeah, SoFi, I really like it. I really like it. I remember I saw one of Kevin the con man, piece of garbage slime ball. I saw his one of his little private videos. Somebody posted a link to his little private videos, and I saw somebody wrote in the comments or in the stream something about, I think it was like about 100. It was like at the peak, like $180 or something. Someone said, Kevin, I'm thinking about selling my firm and buying a house. And Kevin said, like, oh no, you should keep holding it. And it collapsed after that. I kid you not. I've seen that many times. So apparently something's going on YouTube to pump this Upstart, this firm, this SoFi garbage, because I never heard of any of this stuff before. I saw it all on YouTube, and it's all garbage. And folks, make these YouTube fake investment gurus accountable. Accountable. Every single one of them. There's bullet points. Think about Felix. Felix, what's your name, dude? What are all these claims? Where did you work? You claim this? Where? Give us the company. When was it? What did you do? Right? Guaranteed he's lying.
And I think the last time we were that low was, sort of around 4th of January, and it has been going up quite nicely since then. So I would expect this to turn around, and it's going to go a little bit lower because the market's going to open in the red, and then I would expect that to sort of zigzag its way back up. And similarly with the stock, it's going to go down quite a bit, and then I would expect it to do something like that. But that's just my personal take on it. Pre-market, you can't read.
Felix here, Elefant here, Felix here. Oh, the pain. Dr. Smith. Maybe Dr. Smith is his daddy. Tom Nash is always kissing ass. I don't know if you've seen it. He'll go on all these channels. Oh, great video. Just like he did with Everything Money when they did a little parody thing of him. Oh, I love this channel. Right. This is the way Tom built, don't attack Tom. Oh, he likes you. Oh, guys, I watch all your videos. This is what he does. And I think this is kind of what all these YouTube scam artists do. For instance, when I told you about Everything Money, Seth, I didn't know who he was. He emailed me a few months ago. Oh, I like your videos on Tom. I'm from Everything Money. If you need anything, if we can help you. I'm thinking like, what? If you can help me? Like, who the fuck are you guys? I didn't even realize what big clowns they were. But I'm thinking like, if you saw my videos, you know who the fuck I am? Why would you say that? I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he means like, you want to interview me? Never heard from him again. I said, what are you talking about? Like, what do you have in mind? So that told me he's just trying to basically, put out the olive branch so I won't investigate him. That's what they do, all these guys. Tom Nash, same thing. Tom, $10,000. Go to Tom Nash. Email Tom Nash. Email CoffeeZilla. Ask him why his buddy Tom Nash won't accept my $10,000 offer. Ask CoffeeZilla why he's not investigating that. You understand? I wouldn't believe anything from Kevin. I wouldn't believe a damn thing out of this guy's mouth. This guy's a dangerous con artist. You think that Kevin doesn't know me and know who I am? Of course he does. What's he going to say? You see? What's he going to say? I mean, when you got somebody like me who can easily chop up, industry people like Cathie. I mean, Cathie Wood's a joke. I can chop up all these guys when it's justified. I'm not going to say all these guys, and some of them I won't chop up as much. I won't chop up some of these guys as much because some of them are legit, but some of the things they do are not legit. Just depends upon the person. I mean, you think like these people on YouTube are any match for me? I can destroy them easily if I'm drunk, without a problem. And I think some of these pieces of garbage are starting to figure that out. I haven't even begun. I got nothing but time. I'm semi-retired. I got nothing but time. Time and intelligence, knowledge. I know what's going on. Not just in the capital markets. I can spot these frauds, their tactics, all the crap, all the deviant psychology. It's just too obvious, man. Why don't some of you start your own channel, by the way? You guys start your own channel. Right? Start your own channel. I mean, if you don't want to go on or even use your voice, you don't need to. You can just make videos with text. Right? That's all. You can repost my videos as well if you want. At this stage, there's a much bigger problem out there. I don't know if you're aware of the problem. Things have escalated. You're talking about a circle jerk now. You're talking about fakes that pretend to go after people who are actually trying to climb the grifting ladder. That's the bigger problem. We're talking about a bigger problem now. People on the payroll of Kevin. Think about that. The circle jerk. Right? Everything money. Allying with Jeremy. Everything money. Allying with Tom Nash. The big circle jerk. Don't you think that's a bigger, more important situation to talk about now? I think so. Their actions are run by money. Money is their God. They're not on your side. You understand the big picture, what I'm saying, right? You all see what I'm saying? You see? Folks, con artists team up with con artists. Take a look who Tom Nash is collaborating with, right? Patrick Bet David. Who's Patrick Bet David in bed with? Brian Rose, Robert Kiyosaki. Just folks, I said, look, if you want to spot the whole gang of scammers, take a look at who they hang out with. You see? It's as simple. It's as simple. Go on Brian Rose's scam channel and see who he interviews. Find me a single person that's not a scammer. You understand? Robert Kiyosaki. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, well, Gary, I guess you don't understand how things operate in China. There's a lot of corruption. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter if Price Waterhouse is held accountable for fraud. That doesn't help investors, right? That's after the fact. And those of you who doubt what I'm saying about China and accounting fraud, you need to know that China fudges its economic data and has done so for a long time. That's fact. Write it down. Number two, you probably didn't live through the dot-com collapse. You understand? The dot-com bubble occurred because of massive accounting fraud in America, in the most transparent markets with the highest level of rule of law and accountability, and even in our markets, you had massive epidemic of accounting fraud. You all understand that? That's why they passed Sarbanes-Oxley. Huge piece of legislation after that, which went after the auditing companies, the auditing firms, and many other things. You'll see. When China collapses and you hear about massive, well, you may not hear about massive accounting fraud. It's possible because the Chinese economy is closed. They can make any type of illusion that they want and report anything they want. This is why they don't want to open up the books to U.S. regulators. You see? Go to CoffeeZilla. Ask him why. Right? He has a duty. He pumped up Tom Nash. He signed off on Tom Nash. He has a duty, responsibility to look into Tom Nash, to listen to what I have to say. I'm a top authority. Of course, this is the same clown, CoffeeZilla, who wrongly promoted Patrick Boyle without really doing any research. Once again, Patrick Boyle is a failed, small-time hedge fund manager. And that's even just on paper. He may not have done anything. He had a partner. When Patrick Boyle came on the scene in YouTube, he was telling everybody that he was a hedge fund manager. I'm a hedge fund manager. That's what he said. He wasn't. His fund was already finished. There's a big difference, right? And then once again, when he went on Zilla Boy's show, Stefan Friedelman, or whatever his name is, when he went on his show, his channel, to talk about the trading scammers, remember that? He wanted someone from the industry to confirm that the stock trading gurus and their claims were a scam. Remember that? And Patrick Boyle, he flip-flopped. He didn't do anything. He just kind of came out, oh yeah, it's kind of... He didn't come out hard on them like I would have. Why? Well, it turns out because Patrick Boyle was doing the same thing. He was trading commodities. And he got blown up. He failed. How come Coffee Boy doesn't know that? Because Coffee Boy's a fucking clown. You've got the fraudsters who are pissed off that I'm exposing the entire YouTube fake investment genre scam. They're all pissed and scared. That's the situation, folks. Who would have thought somebody in my status would come after these little fucking pieces of garbage? Right? That's the key. That's the thing. They can't believe it. By the way, ask Coffee Boy. He was going after the trading gurus before, right? Ask him why he's not going after these guys today. Tell me, yeah, they're not coming out and saying, yeah, I'll guarantee you this, you can make this. But they're encouraging trading. They're doing a different scam. They're selling hope and lies. Just like the video I released recently on Tom Nash, altering the video, splicing the video, right? And of course, he's removed several videos. I'm sure he's removed a lot, but he removed a Peloton video where he was pumping the stock because it was such a terrible call. He's got a lot of terrible calls he hasn't removed yet. Somebody should download all his videos and save them and timestamp them. Put the date. He also removed the video about the PE ratio, which I did a video on, where he says anybody that talks about, ask anybody from Wall Street, and they'll tell you anyone who mentions PE ratio is a clown, doesn't know what they're talking about. That's what he said. And what's funny, by the way, is, as I mentioned before, this Paul, Mr. Shamwow hair transplant guy, Mr. Hairplug, apparently he was criticizing Tom because Tom was saying P ratio doesn't matter, and of course they talk about P ratio. What's funny is that Paul is such a moron, he's such a chump, that he was just looking at the trailing 12-month P ratio on their 8-pillar gimmick, 8-pillar garbage. Then he changed it to put several years historical PEs, right? What's funny is that he criticized, of all people, he criticized Stockmo, because apparently Stockmo knows more about investing than Paul from Everything Money, because Stockmo was talking about the forward 12-month PE ratio, which is all that really matters. That's the most important PE ratio. Paul doesn't know that. Paul is a fucking clown. I talked about this before. I mean, folks, this is investment basics. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, these guys don't even know, like, the most basic shit. They're all scammers. I mean, and you know what's funny? One more thing, let me just add. You know, when I did those devastating videos, and I got even another one coming out, the devastating videos on, you know, Bogle and VT, showing that just devastating performance, underperformance. And then you hear these fucking chumps. Past performance is no guarantee of future returns. Right? So they say basically, well, you can't look. First of all, you're looking since inception, 14 freaking years, and you're talking about an overlap. It has 60% of the same stocks, and it still gets steamrolled by 300%. That is very statistically significant. That's not chasing performance. Also, what's funny is that the same idiots that criticize that are too stupid to realize, like Fat Boy, who said he didn't know how to analyze stocks a year ago, but he watched Everything Money and learned their 8 pillars, and he learned from that. That's what he said. Hey, Fat Boy, did you not realize their 8 pillars gimmick garbage? Works on historical data, past performance? You dildo. Folks, this is how stupid these people are. I'm telling you, they're fucking stupid. Like the most basic shit. It's the circle jerk. The circle jerk. These people are run by money. That's who their boss is. And they're partners with YouTube. They don't care about anybody. They'll say and do anything to bring that money in. This is a big problem. Now, if you think that there's someone out there pitching stocks that's legitimate, I can guarantee you there's not. But if you think so, email me. If you don't hear from me, that means they're not legitimate. I'm not going to go and answer everybody that thinks that they know. Well, my guy's different. I'm not my guy. I'm not going to, okay? If you don't hear from me, it means he's a scammer. Okay? I know for a fact. I'll guarantee you. I know what's going on. It's predictable. If there's people that are legitimate, they're not out pitching stocks. They're not out being irresponsible. There might be thousands, actually, and they're growing by the day. You know why? Because they see the grift. They see what's going on. They see that any idiot who blabbers their mouth and just pumps out videos, putting out the stocks that are getting the attention, they're going to get subscribers, and people are going to think that they know what they're learning. I'm learning. Thank you. I'm doing good. Yeah. Okay. And it's so bad that you're even seeing now, as you all know, Keenan Grace as well, right? You've got these black guys now, like they're going like it's a free for all. Like everyone's getting involved, right? And they're hitting like that whole little community of people. You see? And of course, that's from where that began. Well, they began pitching crypto scams. Crypto collapses, let's go into the stock market. It's hotter. You see? So they're bringing in a different demographic. It's just shocking and disgusting to me. Max Mayer, the furniture mover guy who becomes a stock expert. I mean, folks, if you think that I have exaggerated when I say most people are stupid in the world, then you have to look at someone like Max Mayer, the former furniture mover turned stock expert, selling courses. Okay? And I'm telling you, YouTube is the biggest collection of idiots in the world. This is most people are stupid, generally speaking. Okay? And if you're young, you don't see that, probably. I didn't see it when I was young. I didn't know. Like, when I was 20, I didn't realize most people are stupid. When I was 25, I didn't realize it. You only realize it typically... I think it's easier to realize it now because of the internet. But typically, you have to be older to kind of see it. And, you know, the more people you run into, you're like, oh, shit, these people are fucking clueless, right? But when it comes to the lowest level of stupidity, you're talking YouTube. And this is why it's a perfect platform for scam artists. The internet's a confirmation bias machine. It makes people think that they know what's going on and they're learning. And it's just completely bullshit. You see? That's the reality. I've said this before. And I gave the story about the librarian lady. Okay? There was this librarian lady I ran across when I was in the industry. And I met with her, and, you know, she's like, she didn't know anything about the stock market. She's like, yeah, I don't really know anything. I just got my index funds. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm thinking like, okay. I left her alone. I didn't touch her. She realized she didn't know anything, and she didn't pay attention to it. She just put it in an index fund. Last thing I was going to do was to remove that situation, because she was in the prime situation. She realized that she knew nothing about it. She didn't get involved. She just bought an index fund. You see? That's the thing. So, but you see, I'm just telling you, I know the human psychology of a lot of these people. They think that everything's democratized now. It's open access for everybody. Robinhood has done that. They're letting us, and it's free trading too. Yeah, I can learn. I can do it. I'm just telling you, there are people out there who you can't tell. You can tell them, I can tell them my expertise, my experience, my insight, and what I know, and they won't be convinced that they think that, no, I can do it. No, I can do it. You see, that's a very dangerous mentality. But it's a very immature mentality. That's a mentality you would expect from a kid who doesn't understand how things work. Those people have to blow up on their own before they have a chance of realizing the situation. Go question these people. Question CoffeeZilla. Send him an email. Write comments. Do both. Ask him why. You know, he pumped up Tom Nash, right? You got a guy, a world authority, and that can be shown, who's willing to give Tom Nash $10,000 to prove his credentials to me, and he won't even respond. He knows Tom Nash watched all the videos. That's a little suspicious, isn't it, CoffeeZilla, Mr. Detective? Shouldn't you call that out, Coffee? Shouldn't you hear what I have to say, Coffee Boy? But no, you're in the circle jerk, aren't you? Right? Right? How about Patrick Boyle? Let's talk about the truth about Patrick Boyle and his stupid kindergarten content. You see what I'm saying, folks? Hey, Coffee Boy, why aren't you going after Kevin? Why aren't you going after any of these guys? You see? He won't do it. They're all promoting trading. They don't come out necessarily and always say it, but when you're talking about several stocks every day, what does that mean? You're pulling a Jim Cramer. Same thing. That's promoting trading. And they're doing that to sell their courses and to get their e-begging Patreon. Sorry, Coffee Boy, that ain't really any different than what these other guys were doing 4 and 5 years ago. It's the same shit. It's just a spin on the fake guru grift. Email Serpenza. Winston Stenzel, his name. Ask him. It's like, what are you doing partnering with this fraud? He won't tell us his name. He won't report anything. And you got a guy, world authority, willing to give Tom Nash, whatever his name is, 10 grand if he proves his credentials. What's going on? Right? You see what I'm saying, folks? Call these people out. Let them know that you know that they're fakes. Let them know.
And we're short NVIDIA, it's a loser. 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 And we're short NVIDIA, it's a loser.
Their earnings report is a complete game changer, at least for quite a while. Bottom line, NVIDIA now is going to enter the realm of Tesla, Apple, and all these other big,
And we're short NVIDIA, it's a loser. And we're short NVIDIA, it's a loser.
I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works. I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works.
And we're short NVIDIA, it's a loser.